What is up, everybody? We are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. I should have probably cleaned that off, shouldn't
Marlon talking about me already.
I? Yep.
Oh, because you don't have the light on. That's why.
Nah, but we... Oh, yeah, okay. What's up, everybody? We are about to make sure we're good. Hope everybody's good. Welcome to TheAndersons Live, our relationship live that we go and we every Sunday, and we talk about different relationship topics on marriage and relationships.
Yes.
So as more people are coming on, we want to say welcome to our live. My name is Anderson.
And my name is Zedoria Anderson.
And we are the Andersons.
Andersons.
That's the corniest thing ever.
Yes, it is.
But it's okay.
We're going to figure it out.
It's okay.
One day soon.
I mean, it probably ain't corny to most people.
I mean, you know.
So, if you can, or if you want to, go ahead and share this live. We normally go live from our personal page, but in the new year, we wanted to transition and start doing our lives from our actual Anderson's Life page. And so, because we have less followers on that page and we're building it up, we want everybody just to share, to let them know that we're still going live every Sunday. It's just from our Anderson's Life page. And so, before we get into this topic, we're just doing some behind the scenes stuff really quick.
We're just sharing and caring. I'm trying to make sure this light ain't in my freaking glasses so y'all can't.
It's all good.
It's all good in the hood.
It's
How you doing,
good in the
Kim?
hood.
How you doing, honey?
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all. What's happening?
So, everybody's probably watching football, but we're going live anyway.
Who's everybody? I don't think
The
anybody.
whole world is watching football right now.
I don't think a lot of people's watching football.
All right, let me see.
If their team is not playing, I don't think they're too concerned about who's going. Probably the end, maybe the last quarter, they're like, okay, let's see who's going to win. But the whole football game, unless you're a true football fan. So what's up? How y'all feeling? How's everything? So what do y'all think about this topic? What do y'all think we're going to talk about today? Comment below and let me know what y'all think we're going to talk about, because this topic is...
I think it's a really good topic. I think for a lot of
talking.
Yeah, no. I thought honestly, I felt like you were segueing me in.
Oh, yes. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I feel like it's a good topic because I think when we talk about relationships, I don't think we talk enough about, you know, the fact that a lot of people get in relationships and then they end up feeling like I'm in something I didn't sign up for. So hence the topic today is I didn't sign up for this. What did I get myself into? And so we want to go over a few points that we have each. I have 3 points and she has 3 points. And so kind of like you don't have 3 points?
I do, but I'm about to get out of that.
So a little bit of background about this topic, right? Our executive producer, Maurice Frazier, was helping us go through some of the things we went through this week, you know, as a married couple, and some of the things we talked about, you know, and, you know, food, communication, you know, a lot of subject matter that's ongoing, but, you know, in regards to us, especially food. What we gonna eat? I think that's the biggest question in our household. What are we gonna eat?
No, what are you gonna eat is the question.
Why is that?
Because you always ask me.
Matter of fact, this is your opportunity to vent to the world about my eating habits.
Yes, let's talk about
how frustrating it is.
Yes, let's talk about that.
All right.
First of all, every day, mind you, actually before this live, he was asking, so what are you eating for dinner?
That's a normal question. What are you eating for dinner?
Yes, but you asked me this so that you'll know what you want to eat.
Okay. Real quick. Technically, I don't. I really do genuinely want to know what you want to eat.
No, and then what? So when I tell you, when I suggest something, you be like, oh, yeah, that probably would be good. Can you make that?
But I'm genuinely, what is it with women and asking y'all what y'all want to eat? It's really not complicated.
It is complicated. You told me I'm supposed to vent right now. Why are you?
All right, you're right. Go
exactly.
ahead.
Thank
All right,
you.
go ahead.
So anyway, so I'm trying to have a conversation. Not a conversation. He asked me what I'm going to eat. I said, I'm just eat some cereal. Actually, that's not what I said, but with just light of conversation.
She said it in her head and she didn't say it out loud, which is what she does a lot. That's a whole nother lie.
Marlon. Okay, like I said, we're going to have a conversation. I said, basically, I had some pizza. I bought $1 pizza and I was going to eat that. Or I was going to make a zucchini casserole. And then, but I was like, at the beginning, I was like, I want something good to eat. Because I didn't really cook for the week.
And I agreed. I want something good.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? No, never mind. I don't know. And then now he's asking me an hour later, what are you going to eat? And I'm asking him, what are you going to eat? And he never answers the question.
This is not a hard question.
Okay, I already told you the things that I was going to eat, and then what happens? What do you do?
This is your opportunity to vent about.
But yeah, so every time
this is your once in a lifetime chance.
Excuse me. Every time he asks me what I'm going to eat, he never answers my question when I ask him what is he going to eat. So I'm like, Marlon.
No, I go down the list of things, and you be like, ew, no, ew,
yeah,
no, like most women.
Okay, but that's fine. But let me do that.
Here's how it goes, man. What do you want to eat? Woman. I don't know. What do you want? Man. I can go for some pizza. Ew, I don't want no pizza. All right. How about, we go get some pasta. I had pasta yesterday. Man. So what do you want to eat? Woman. I don't know what I got taste for. What do you want? Man. How about some breakfast food? Man, I had that this morning. Man. In his head, if this heifer don't decide what she wanted to eat in 3.5 seconds, I'm going to get a bag of chips and I'm going to call it a night.
A bag of chips?
Man says out loud, listen, babe. Just think about what you want to eat and let me know in 5 minutes. Woman.
Don't be laughing at it.
Okay. I want a burger. Man. Okay, cool. Where you want to go, down the street to the spot? I don't know where I want my burger from. Man. I'm going to choke this hoe.
You know what?
I'm gonna choke this in his head. I'm gonna choke this hoe. Man out loud. What type of burger and where do you want it from? Woman. I don't want no burger no more. God! You on your own! And that's how it normally goes between a man and a woman. And that's the short version.
Okay.
So let's get into this topic.
Maybe.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe that might be what happened.
So let's get into this topic. I think almost everybody has been in a situation where they jumped in a relationship, whether prematurely or in some sort of due diligence, right? And then said down the road, man, I didn't sign up for this. I'm not happy in this relationship. So what we want to talk about is 3 points. I have 3 points. She has 3 points of how we can prevent this situation. Now, before we get to that, if you're in this situation currently, right, here's some of the things I want to offer you. Number one, I want to offer you to really think about this situation. I want you to weigh the pros and the cons and really decipher whether or not this relationship is worth leaving. Now, if you're married, in our belief system, as believers in Christ, you stuck. Chuck. Stuck from the window to the wall. I ain't gonna get her hype right now. But you stop, right? But in all seriousness, I think in relationships, right? You see, I should have never got her started. But in these relationships that people are in, a lot of people feel stuck. A lot of people feel like they're in a relationship with a person who won't change, who's not open to change, who's not open to, really growth or development. Whatever your situation is, you have to learn and figure out what you need to do within your own dynamic and situation. But just from a general standpoint, right? From a general standpoint, what we have to understand is you decided to get in that situation. You decided to be with that person. You decided to do life with that person. You did. And one thing I don't like me personally, one thing I don't like is that when people prematurely get in a relationship, or when people get in a situation or relationship or even marriage, and they don't do their due diligence of really learning the person, knowing what that person wants, their desires, their goals, their dreams, or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
And then they want to just complain all day long about the other person. When you were sleeping with them on day 3, you should have been asking them questions from your home while they're in their home on the phone.
Oops.
But the problem is, people keep doing things prematurely out of their own flaws, their loneliness, their depression, their problems, et cetera, right? So I'll go first, right? When we're talking about this stuff, like for example, in my marriage, there are a few things that I sometimes feel like I did not sign up for, but it's not anything major, right?
And what is that?
So, number 1, she didn't know I was going to say this. Number 1, before I married Zedoria, I did not know she fusses as much as she does.
Oh my gosh.
Because
I did not fuss.
I wish you could hear the person downstairs right now, because they know the truth. I did not know Zedoria fusses as much as she does. And it's not a sense as where it's just this overbearing, unbearable fussing. It's just, I'll explain it like this. I understand this. The way she grew up in a house full of women, right?
Yeah, we catty.
They're catty.
That's us all day.
And it's not even anything malicious. It's not like they, cussing people out, or they're like doing anything crazy. Hey, Instagram, right? It's just the fact that her sister isn't here. And her and her sister are normally fussing at each other about little things, small things. I'm gonna let it think about you.
Really?
Right? and
Love
so
your sister.
And so what happens is, in light of missing her, I get the brunt of it, it might be a pillow on the floor or a cup.
That shouldn't be on the floor.
It may be anything. It should be like, I didn't, or I didn't sign up for that. The woman I married is not a fusser, right? She's not a nagger at all. Don't get me wrong. She don't nag. She's just a little fussy. But it's okay, because it's something I can deal with, and it's okay because it's impossible.
I'm appalled right now, y'all.
It's okay.
So appalled.
She ain't shocked. She acting.
I'm like, is he really saying this to
right?
y'all?
It's
appalled.
It's going to be 100% impossible to really know somebody 1,000% and bat 1,000 or 100. Before you get into a marriage and, do life with somebody. So there's going to be some things you just don't know, right? Tell the truth. But it's one of those things where it's like too many people aren't doing enough due diligence, okay? So do you want to share something that you didn't sign up for?
We wasn't supposed to do this anyway, but since you want to go there. First of all, be careful what you ask for, like Kia said. I told her. Marlon Anderson.
What? I didn't say nothing.
That is one. But okay, first of all, I did not sign up for this.
What is this?
Us. No, I'm kidding.
No. Girl, you almost got pimp smack on live TV.
No, for real. What I didn't sign up for is him really being a man of God.
Wow.
So let me explain before y'all cut me at the throat or whatever.
Oh, now that's real. I didn't have no idea she was going to say that. That's real. No, but you know what? Before you go, I want y'all to listen to this because whatever she about to say, I believe it's really legit. Women, listen up.
Okay.
We didn't plan this.
Mind you, you don't... Okay, you hear somebody going to church and, being a pastor and, them being this person that's like, just, you expect them to be this in front of people. Okay? You expect them to be like this individual that is like holier than thou in public. But in private, you get the same Negro, like the same person. Who signed up for that? Ain't nobody signed up for that. I'm like, where's your sinning? Look at his shirt. Look, you see this right here? I was like, where's the sinner? Where are you? Like, does this even, like, what? Like, does this even, like, do you sin? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that, like, wow, you really are like a man, just a man of God, like for real. Like,
do you think a lot of women say they want a man of God, but then when they actually begin to do life with a quote unquote man of God, do you think a lot of women are in that situation where they would rather have a public man of God?
Yeah, to me, and this is all that I knew. So when I see, in the home, outside in public, you show people a certain way. There's etiquette. Like, you have proper, like, how they say you got what is it? A wife in a, what is a hoe in the streets? But
wife in the streets.
But a whole
freak in the sheets.
Yeah, that. Whatever. So,
you know the motto.
You know how to present
bend it over,
yourself.
bust it down. Bust it challenge. Sorry, my bad.
Marlon Anderson.
Go ahead.
So you know how to present yourself in front of people, but when it's time to be in private, you can cut up a little bit because not everybody gonna see you. What you do in your home is what you do in your home. But like, I can't say that about him. Like, literally, him. That's just who he is. Like, in general, like, all what y'all see is what I see, and I see a little bit more, bedside. But that's it. But when I tell you, like, literally, I see that, like, I didn't sign up for it. I thought I was going to have, like, a little thug. So sometimes I be trying to pull it out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would try to like, when I tell you I try to push his buttons, that's probably why I nag and be like, so whatever, because I be trying to push that person that I know that he was at one time. I know it's deep down in his gut somewhere it's down there. Now, and it's just it's deep.
Deep down there. Ain't coming back out.
Deep. But I really appreciate that. I really appreciate knowing that, like, y'all not. I can let y'all know, y'all ain't getting no fake nigga. Like, y'all not getting no fake Marlon. You're not getting a fake individual that you see, Pastor Marlon, whatever, Artist Anderson. Like, what you see is what you see. But it's kind of.
Oh yeah, I'm strapped.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, what up, Tafara? We strapped, baby.
But yeah, so I would say that, like, that's the biggest thing. And I'm used to having hardcore, like, thugs, quote unquote, those that are like that. So for me to get a man that's like really,
that's true, Kia.
That's really a man, like, for real, like a man of God that really, like, really understands that God is watching you all the time, not just in front of people. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
But I didn't sign up for it.
She's saying that, but she low key signed up for it.
I mean, I appreciate it now,
Yeah,
but you know, like when you think about it, it's like a lot of people
it's what you were used to.
Yeah, it's what I'm used to.
So you had to get used to something.
Yeah, used to being that, but I love it. Like I love the fact that he's able to do that because he keeps me grounded. Because you know, I'm still a work in progress every now and again. You know what I'm saying?
She
Dang,
good,
dang,
y'all.
you know
Don't
what
let
I'm
her. She good.
Dang,
you know.
dang, you know what I'm saying?
She's a true woman of God herself.
Oh yes.
Even behind the scenes, you know, she have her little moments where she gets emotional, but she's the same way. So just to let you know, we always have voices downstairs in the background of our lives. We got, you know, but anyway, that's why we be laughing randomly. So I didn't sign up for this. What did I get myself into? So here's what I wanted to share. My first point, okay? My first point is this. Before you get into something you didn't sign up for, right? Point number 1, know the goals, the dreams, the plans, the aspirations, and all of the above of the person you plan or want to do life with. You need to ask the questions. You need to make sure you understand what that means. For example, if somebody says, I want to play basketball, you have to ask them, what does that mean? How long? How you know, what else would you want to do after that? Like, you have to really know what you're signing up for by asking in-depth questions and really doing your due diligence and not just getting in awe or starstruck because you finally got somebody or you met somebody nice. And here's what I want to say to point number 1. You need to know the goals and the dreams and the plans, etc., and more by effectively asking questions and communicating before you get attached.
Yeah.
Before you get attached. Let me say this again. Before you get attached. Okay? The second thing, but not second point, but the second bullet point. Before you get attached, before you fall in love, whatever that means. Well, we know what it means culturally. I'm just being facetious. And before you catch soul ties, before you get attached, before you fall in love, and before you catch a soul tie, you need to know what you're getting into. It's not fair to the other person for you to be complaining and all this stuff because you feel like you got into something you didn't sign up for. When you didn't do your due diligence. That's my point number 1.
Y'all want to hear my point number 1?
Her point number 1 is probably ratchet.
Point number 1.
Oh, you actually wrote?
Know what you're getting into before you say I do.
Wow.
Ask the questions.
We didn't. That's crazy. We didn't tell each other. So she asked me what my points were, and I told her, don't worry about it. Write down your own points. So it's funny that we got the same point number 1. That's good. So, I mean, just to expand on that, I think what we see is what? I'm asking you a question.
Oh, I was about to say, dang, let me see my
I'm not going to dominate it.
Shoot, okay.
In terms of people knowing what they're getting into by asking the questions, what do you think? What do you feel is the reason why people don't do that? Don't ask the right questions and take, you know.
Well, one, they're not taught to ask questions. You know, like you said, that being in relationships, we're not taught how to be in relationships. We're not educated on that. So people really don't know what questions to ask. And if they do ask questions, it's usually questions that they may want to know. Or it's vain. Something that's like, you know, simple questions that you ask, what's your favorite color? Or, you know, what kind of car do you drive? Or, you know, how many siblings do you have? Like those type of things that really don't, you try to fit your personality versus trying to fit your lifestyle. Like people we ask those vivid questions, like elementary questions I would ask, you would say, in the background versus what they should be asking.
Got you. So I guess we can go on to point number 2. So point number 2, before you get in something you didn't sign up for, okay? Don't let your loneliness or your desire override reality. Don't let your loneliness or your desires override your reality. Here's what I mean by that. People want companionship so bad that they will overlook the truth and reality about a situation or an outcome or an environment. And I think that becomes one of the major issues in our communities. People are so, I talked about lust earlier today. People are so in lust over things. Just this eager desire to have something or want something, or because they feel lonely or they're feeling undesired or whatever the case may be, they just jump in situations, right? Anything that looks good, sounds good, feels good. And so people want companionship too bad, and a lot of times it leads them and causes them to get in situations they should have never been in from the beginning. If that is you, get out of it. If that is you, walk away. If that is you, you need to deal with your loneliness and your issue of being alone, and not just be in a situation just to say you have somebody to touch you, feel you, talk to you, etc., etc. Now, most people don't listen to that. They're going to do what they want anyway, but we have to say it anyway.
Yeah.
So the second bullet point to my second point, which is don't let your loneliness or desire override your reality, is I want to give you an example. Let's say you're a jealous person. You're just a jealous person. Your experience in life has caused you to deal with jealousy. You get jealous over things, right? And not everybody is jealous. And not everybody's a jealous person. So don't think that, oh, everybody's jealous. It's not really the truth. The reality is some people are very, very jealous people, regardless of why they're jealous. So if you're a jealous person, you probably can't handle being in a relationship or marriage with certain people in certain fields of work. For example, if you are a jealous person, why
you do it like that?
Because it's my Zumbaya. If you are a jealous person, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship with a massage therapist.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, huh?
If you are a jealous person, you probably shouldn't date a ball player. If you are a jealous person, you probably shouldn't date a cheerleader. If you are a jealous person, there are certain people you should not date at all. Okay? Let me give you another example. Right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say you want to get married, but you don't like your significant other being away from home. You don't like long distance relationships, right?
Or a barber.
Right? Or a barber, right? If you don't like long distance relationships, guess what? You shouldn't marry anybody in the military. Mm-hmm. For example, you shouldn't marry someone who wants to travel for a living.
Yeah.
If you are a stay-at-home person. These are the fundamental things that are very key in understanding that you're going to end up in a situation you didn't sign up for, simply because you haven't done your education and due diligence of the person you are looking to get to know, right? And here's
but how do you? Okay, so you say that, right?
Yep.
But how do you know? Say, for instance, this person may be a stay-at-home person, but they're because this happens a lot. Mm-hmm. So you get in a relationship, and in the beginning of the relationship, you're doing, like, y'all traveling, y'all doing everything that you would think that the person likes. But say you get married, and then they just stop that thing.
And so now it's actually in reverse. Mm-hmm. I didn't sign up for this now that's a good point. Let's talk about that. Number one, let's just be very clear about this. Whoever you appeared to be or made yourself out to be before marriage, you need to uphold that. Mm-hmm. And if your significant other is not, you need to talk about it. Period. Mm-hmm. Right? because there is a lot of situations where people change for the negative or for the bad. For example, you get married or you get in a relationship and you travel a lot with each other. And then all of a sudden after marriage, one of the husband or the wife don't want to travel as much. And now the other spouse is like, I didn't sign up for this, right? So here's the reality, right? Here's the issue. Two things might be happening. Well, a few things might happen. I'm going to just highlight two. One, circumstances might have changed things. Finances, kids, et cetera, et cetera. And what has to happen is there has to be communication in regards to that subject matter and figure out a common ground. Okay, we got kids, but how can we squeeze in a trip or two this year?
Right.
Or something like that. Or it may be a situation to where somebody might be changing.
Health. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, same. Great point, Kia. It could be a health challenge. And hopefully you marry somebody who's understanding and rational.
Yeah.
To dynamics and life changes, okay? This thing about to fall. Dynamics and life changes,
Put
right?
it in there wrong.
Well, yeah, I know. Because it was going to be sideways. Dynamics and life changes, right? Now, but here's the other thing. A lot of times things change or a person changes because the other person changed. So it's like a cause and effect, which is immature, but it happens. So let's just say because the other person don't want to have sex as much, the other person says, well, I'm not traveling as much. Or let's just say...
What, tit for tat?
Yeah, it's like a tit for tat. Like I said, it's immature, but it's real. So, for example, the wife may say, well, you don't take me out on dates as much as you used to. And the man might say, well, you don't do such and such as much as you used to. So I'm not doing this because you're not doing that, which is childish. Which is childish and it's immature, and you need to communicate and be mature about it, but it happens. And so I think that is the reverse effect of I didn't sign up for this, and it's like, so that does happen. So that was a good point you brought up. But I think it's important, highlighting my point number 2 is that you don't let your desire or great desire for companionship or marriage override the reality of the person that you are getting to know. There are a lot of signs that tell you in the beginning that this person might not be a good fit for you. Don't ignore it for the sake of companionship.
Yeah, true. True that. Are you pausing for me?
Yep. As she pulls up her point number 2.
Okay, so of course my point is kind of similar to his again, but
no, that's good. Oh no. Yeah, it's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't allow the lust of your eye to take away from what you need. How do I explain that? So, a lot of us, when we get into relationships, we always look at what we like to see. Like, what do we see this individual as? And then we take that...
or like how we see our perfect relationship.
What we see our perfect relationship as with this individual in it, and we take it and we run with it versus the reality of what is it really going to look like, and paying attention to the small details that's going to tell you or show you that it may not be this way. Because a lot of it, like you said, you may want a basketball player because he got money, but if you're a jealous person, why are you dating someone? Because you know that this individual is going to be attracting so many other females or males in so many aspects. Like, why would you date someone like that if you know that you as a person is not gonna mesh well, and you're gonna be clashing with your partner because they trying to get these chicks off of them.
Well, can I say something to your point?
Sure.
When you say don't allow your lust of the eye to take away from what you need, I think what I hear is I will ignore what I need for the sake of what I see and like. Mm-hmm. So I like what I see that this person appears to be.
Yeah.
So, for example, to your example, they might have a great career. Mm-hmm. They might have nice things, mm-hmm. a nice house, nice car. And so I see that, like I see that. And because I see that, it's almost like I know that this person doesn't really have what I need. Mm-hmm. And as I'm getting to know this person, I'm realizing in the back of my mind, like, this person don't really have what I need, but I ignore it.
Mm-hmm. So you can also, mind you, the things that we're telling you, you can also take this for not just relationship as in boyfriend, girlfriend, but actually as friendships as well. So this really made me think of too, like a lot of us, especially as females, we tend to look up to certain people. Oh no, well, males too, but we look up to certain people that we may want to be around. Say for instance, somebody that we could consider popular, or someone that is considered more well off than us. We tend to want to be friends or associate ourselves in their circles, but we're actually miserable as their friend. We end up becoming their lackey, or being this individual that's just in a circle because you want to be known as connected to them, but you're miserable as an individual. So don't allow what you feel that you need to be around, which is, it's nothing wrong with being around someone you aspire to be, but just be careful with that, because you don't get sucked into their world where you feel like you're still left out in so many aspects, and you're just doing it just to get a bigger bigger hand in other situations, when you can lose out on genuine, real friends, those that really will be there for you regardless if they're broke or whatever. Those probably the bestest friends you ever have, the ones that are genuinely loving who you are, trusting who you are, and being able to love the authenticity.
There you
go. Authenticity of you, and not just what you have or what is in front of you.
Yeah. And so to transition to point number 3, my point number 3 is this: if you pursue it, then you signed up for it. I mean, and let me just go a little bit deeper. If you stay, then you signed up for it. See, what we have to stop doing in the relationship community, or in our community in general, from a relationship standpoint, is complaining about certain things that you stuck around for and that you stayed in it. Like, it always gets me how people can complain about a situation, and I say, well, why don't you leave them? And then they got every excuse as to why they don't leave. Or they got every reason as to why they don't leave. But you're miserable, and you don't like this, you don't like that. And listen, y'all, I'm not saying every relationship is going to be perfect, right? And that you should leave a relationship because it's not perfect. What I'm saying is, there are people out here who are in relationships who feel like, I didn't sign up for this. Who feel like, why did I get myself into this? And they will not leave. That tells me there's a deeper issue going on. That tells me that there is an in-depth issue with you from your childhood, some trauma, some loneliness, some issues psychologically that you're dealing with, that you have to get help for, so that you don't keep doing staying in these situations that are not healthy for you or the other person. And here's my point to that: you can't blame the other person for your lack of responsibility. You can't do that. It's not right. Yep. Stop that. It's not right. You were irresponsible in learning this other person. You were irresponsible in being mature and making a decision to walk away when you had the opportunity, before you caught feelings, before you got attached, before you had these soul ties to this person.
Yeah.
The next thing is, next point, is that you can't be mad at the other person because you let your desire and your lust for companionship blind you or prevent you from seeing the truth or wanting to know the truth about this person.
Y'all notice he always have points on points under his points, so really his points are really more points. You ain't slick.
Well, the point is, this, right? Is that you signed up for a situation, you chose to stay in that situation, and even when the red flags told you to walk away, you still stayed. Right? So the reality is this. I want you to understand this point. Period. if you are in it and there are things happening that you don't like, don't agree with, or if you're being mistreated, cheated on, all that stuff, okay? If you're in a relationship like that and you stay, you have nothing to complain about. Mm-hmm. You have nothing to complain about. Go cry in the corner to yourself. Because your friends don't want to keep hearing it. I promise you they don't.
True.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah. Well,
a lot of your friends don't want to hear it. Now, if you're in a marriage, that's very different.
Right.
If you're in a marriage, that's very different. You have to work through that. TryForeverLove.com. We are here for your every need.
Every need.
Single. Dating, engaged, or marriage.
Married.
For a small price. Just a small price. We will help you out. TryForeverLove.com. Go to the website, pick a package, holler at us today. Because everybody needs help in their relationships. From every aspect. As a single, as a dater, as an engaged individual, and as a married couple.
As an engager.
But the point is, just because you're engaged don't mean you get married. You know, that's the step to really walk away before it's too late.
Woof.
But here's
that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother conversation.
But you should know, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
3 times.
Third time's the charm.
You know.
But the reality is this: is that if you're in a situation you did not sign up for, right? If you're in a relationship you did not sign up for, you have to have a conversation about that. Get the relationship back on track. Get the relationship to a place where you are happy. But don't be the person who's unhappy with everything. That's a whole nother life. But I'll let my wife get to her third point.
Well, mine intertwines with yours, of course. And but to his point, just know yourself. Like, I think the biggest thing is just knowing what you. I think my biggest, that's a big thing. Like, just knowing yourself and knowing what you need. Like,
that's the foundation of every aspect of relationship.
Yeah, like,
and that's why TryForeverLove.com at your service of your every need. Our foundation of every package is going to be, who are you?
Who are you?
And what do you want?
Yeah.
And most importantly, what do you need?
Right. Back
to our regular schedule program.
Oh my gosh. Y'all like these commercial breaks?
That's the foundation of everything, man.
It really is.
Do you know who you are?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what you need in relation to what you want? And that's the key.
Yeah.
And so as we conclude tonight, because we're going to get to our evening and enjoy our evening.
He's hungry. That's why.
She knows me so well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so what are you going to eat, Marlon?
Well, actually, I'm not as hungry. I'm a little hungry. I'm not that hungry yet. But what I'm going to eat is probably some pizza. But then my fitness instructor going to say no.
No pizza, no.
And then I'm probably going to say Chinese just to be funny because I do that every time. I don't even eat Chinese no more. And then I'm probably going to say, we'll see. What do you want to eat?
I'm eating my pizza. You want me to make the zucchini casserole?
No. Wait, no, you don't need to. No, not tonight.
See,
relax tonight.
No. See?
I'm telling her to relax.
That's exactly
No. I'm telling her to relax tonight. 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 I'm telling her to relax tonight.
Yes, you are.
I'm telling her to relax tonight. Don't worry about cooking. Relax. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Oh, I missed that show.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's back on, ain't it?
Anybody watch the Haves and Have-Nots?
Yeah.
Anybody like David? That's my guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I had to slap that hoe. That's my guy right there. Not because he smacked the hoe, but you know. But in closing,
Try Forever Love.
TryForeverLove.com. Pick a package. Contact us today. Small fee. Not gonna cost you too much to save your relationship. But I want to say this: whatever whatever advice you have for me to help her stop eating dollar pizzas, them Tostitos, please give me that advice, because I don't know why she still eats that. I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? Don't worry about what I eat. At least I can cook my food.
Oh, you trying to go for the jugular, huh?
I'm just saying.
Okay, so here, all right, before we leave,
Uh-huh.
it ain't that I can't cook my food. It's just I don't really care about taste when I cook it, because I know it probably ain't gonna taste good.
What if you put a little effort into it?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take some cooking lessons one
Yes.
day.
One day soon.
You see how I cover my behind?
No, one day soon.
Day.
One day soon.
Nope, one day.
That's my birthday present.
You gonna give me a birthday present
No.
on your birthday?
Yeah.
Bad. That's the type of birthday I like.
What?
Yes.
I didn't say I was paying for it. You paying for it.
Oh, well, we ain't taking no cooking lessons.
Oh my gosh. Y'all see this foolishness?
Your
You
birthday.
get to eat a meal afterwards. And that you cooked
Oh,
by an instructor.
I get to eat a meal on your
Yes.
birthday?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's Valentine's Day. So
I get to eat a meal on your birthday?
yes, it's on my birthday, but it's Valentine's Day.
There's a meeting in my
Oh,
bedroom.
you nasty.
Girl. You said I could have a meal on Valentine's Day for your birthday. Amen.
Oh my.
Amen.
Okay.
All
right. So it's Try Forever
The
Love.
bedroom is under fire. Yeah.
And
Oh my gosh. The bedroom is under fire.
are we done here? I think we're done here.
The bedroom is under fire. TryForeverLove.com. We get your marriage back and popping. If you lost the spice, TryForeverLove.com. Because sometimes your marriage loses a little of the spunk. And we can help you get back on track. All it takes is a little humility. Right? Just a little humility. Sprinkle a little bit of it. Say, you know what? We need some help. We got your back. We got your back. TryForeverLove.com. Pick a package today.
Gosh.
Anything you want to say closing out?
Yo, my husband is hilarious, y'all.
Every now and then.
In conclusion. Okay, I was saying conclusion.
In conclusion?
You know how you say closing and conclusion together? That was the word.
That was
okay?
bad. That was bad.
All right. So in conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
know yourself. Know what you need.
Sitting on a table by the buttered rose. R. Kelly the GOAT.
Marlon, why? Just why?
He is. That man make a song out of everything.
He definitely is.
I know, everything he did, it ain't right. If he's guilty, but that man make a song about everything. I wonder if he'll make a song for Try Forever Love.
I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah. Are we done?
Obviously, because you keep cutting me off.
I cut you off?
Yes.
Oh, I won't listen to you.
Y'all see this?
But you don't listen to me either sometimes.
We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you.
Hold on. There's times where there's times where I'll be talking, right? And then I realize, I know her face. I know the face. And then I'll stop what I'm saying. I'll say, where did you stop listening? I would ask her that. Where did you stop listening? And then I just pick back up right there. I go back to where she stopped listening, so she's not lost.
I don't have no face at you when I'm not listening to you.
Okay. If you say so. All right, y'all. We out. See y'all later.
Love y'all. Bye.
Catch us next week. Hey, like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube. And follow us on Instagram. Appreciate y'all. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, our Instagram is popping, y'all. We got some good pictures and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Bye-bye.